Hey guys, what is going on? It is January 15th, a Wednesday, so that means it's New Comic Book Day. Stick around for my picks of the week. I will start by saying I know it's been a while since we put out any other content besides our podcast episodes that we do every week. And that's for a good reason. A lot of stuff has been going on, including a recent change of scenery. I've moved into a house. I finally have an office where I can put on display all of the shit that I've accumulated over the last 4 or 5 years that I wasn't able to take out of the box because we had a small apartment. I'm gonna start doing these videos now because I've been reading a lot of comic books over the last 1.5 to 2 years. I've been going to the comic book shop every week pretty much. And I just figured it'd be kind of cool to show you guys what I'm picking up each week. It could be for multiple reasons. It could be because I'm speculating based on maybe a TV show or a movie getting optioned. Possibly I just like the artist and I like the cover, and that's a reason why. Maybe there's a writer doing some really good stuff with the series and it is a must read for you guys. Either way, this is what I'm picking up, and we'll start here with Black Widow Prelude. So they don't do a lot of these often. Obviously, they do it whenever they have an MCU movie coming out, or I don't know if DC does it, but it's basically to hype people up for the movie. A lot of the times, there really isn't anything new. However, I did read into this a little bit, and it goes into Black Widow's origin, and it goes into some things that we haven't seen or read before. So this one is definitely worthy to pick up if it's still available in your comic book shop. So make sure you go ahead there right now and grab this if you can. We have Aquaman 56. I haven't really been reading this since like the 12th issue, but the reason I picked this up was because it has a very badass cover. I just love this cover. It's by Scan, kind of like the share of the comic book world. It kind of reminded me of a Matina cover. So if you like the cover, why not grab it? All right, next up on the list is Batman Adventures number 12. I know what you're thinking. Holy shit, that's a 9.8 copy of Batman Adventures number 12, the first appearance of Harley Quinn. Well, yes, but no. It's a reprint for $1. So they do this a lot now, Marvel, DC, whatever. A lot of the key issues, they're going to reprint them just so you guys can read them if you can't get a hold of the actual thing, if you don't want to spend $600 to $800 on this book or whatever it is right now. So I wanted to pick it up. I wanted to read it. If I ever picked up the real thing, I know for a fact I wouldn't even try to read it, given the chance that I may ruin it or fuck it up or whatever. But I picked this one up. I'm going to check it out. All right, next. We have Venom Issue number 1, The End. So this book is being written by Adam Warren. Artwork is done by Raza. He did, I'm pretty sure, a pretty sweet Spider-Man Miles Morales 2020 variant. I think that was like Spider-Man Miles Morales number 13. Don't quote me on it. But Raza's doing some awesome work, and sorry if I'm butchering his name. First off, I love the cover of this. Just look at it. It's sweet. Second off, Marvel is marketing this book as the end of Venom, Venom's final story. Why not check it out? Next up is Avengers number 29. This one right here has been a very solid series so far. Written by Jason Aaron, most known for, I would say, his Thor series that he did the last couple years, as well as one of my favorites from Image, Southern Bastards. We get Ed McGuinness as the artist on this book, and we get our first full appearance of War Widow. So if you didn't pick up Avengers 28 last week, I recommend you do. Go into the back issues, see if they had the issue from a couple weeks ago, and grab this because this is the first full appearance of War Widow. This one right here is technically the first appearance, the last page, if you're following the comic. So make sure you get a copy of this. It's worthy to have in your box. And we still have yet to see Starbrand, so who knows when that's going to happen. But solid series by Jason Aaron. And last but not least on the list is number 3 of Undiscovered Country. If you're not reading this book, I don't really know what else to say. You need to check it out. It has been I'm not going to say work in progress, but Scott Snyder's writing on it as well as Charles Soule. It's gone back quite a while to where they first started talking about doing a project like this. I believe it was like back in 2008 at C2E2 in Chicago, where I'm from, shout out. Scott Snyder, I believe in the first issue, they go into talking about how this came about, and they talk about how they were going on runs together and always wanted to do a book together. So we have this Undiscovered Country. It's very interesting so far. It is, if you're not reading it, it's about a pandemic that has been sweeping over countries while the U.S. has closed their borders for the last 4 years or so. Essentially, the borders of the United States have been opened and allowing this team to come in to hopefully get a cure for this pandemic. So check it out. Great series so far by Scott Snyder and Charles Soule. All right, well, that is all I had for this week. Drop a comment below, please. Let me know what you grabbed, what you picked up at the local comic book shop this Wednesday, and join me next week. Till next time.